everyone, it's Justine and welcome back to day 6 of the 13 days of Halloween. Today we're going to be making this adorable card featuring Close to My Heart products. To start off, I'm going to be taking some of the Nevermore paper, which is the Halloween paper pack this year from Close to My Heart, as well as the Steampunk Scoundrels stamp. And this is a really awesome stamp. It's got a really great spider on it, a really great boot, and it's got that steampunk look with all the gears and things like that and the intricate details that you would usually see on vintage steampunk cards. So I'm going to be using the spider, and I'm going to be stamping it onto this piece of patterned paper here. And my plan was to actually cut this out into a circle, and I was thinking of cutting it out on white, but I was thinking that this distressed look of the paper would probably match much better to the card than stamping it just on white cardstock. So I decided to stamp that down using some VersaFine black ink, and that's a pigment ink, so it takes a couple seconds to dry there. And then I'm going to be cutting it out using my W+9 circle die. Now I'm using the second biggest to cut out the spider, because the biggest one I'm going to reserve for cutting the frame that's going to go around this circle. So to set it in place and to keep it from shifting, I'm going to be using some masking tape from 3M, and then I'm going to send it through my die cutting machine. So I'm going to send it through here and just put you in fast mode. I'm also going to be cutting a large circle out of a piece of black glitter paper also from Close to My Heart, and that's going to act as a frame around the spider that I just cut out. Alright, moving on to the card, I cut out a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 piece of black cardstock from Simon Says Stamp, which is scored at 4.25 inches, and I'm going to be using this pattern piece of paper, also from the Nevermore paper pack. I'm going to glue it on using some Tombow Mono liquid adhesive, and you can see that I have sort of a distressed look because my paper trimmer didn't cut through it very well. I guess it must have had some debris in the cutting track, so I didn't really mind that look at all, especially since it's a Halloween card, but I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit more blended in with the cardstock, so I grabbed some black soot distress ink from Tim Holtz, and I just went in and I distressed it all around the card using my craft mat for support. So I started on the craft mat and worked my way into the patterned paper to give it a more Halloween distressed look. Since the cardstock is black, the fact that I'm inking in black doesn't really affect it at all. While I'm doing my distressing, I'm going to go in and distress the spider around that too, so that it blends well with the frame when I attach it to the frame. I'm attaching it using some Tombow Mono liquid adhesive, which is my favorite liquid adhesive for card making. I wasn't 100% sure about this glitter paper, and if I were to go back, I probably would have cut it in just normal black paper, but I think it does give it an extra touch of something. I added a small piece of black cardstock as a line to sort of break up the card because I thought it was looking a little too dull. So it just measures about 3/4 of an inch by 5, it will eventually be cut down to 5.5. Then I grabbed this sticker here. This is from the Nevermore compliments that are from Close to My Heart. It's a coordinating sticker kit that goes with the cardstock itself and the pattern paper. Now normally I don't order these because they're more, I find, for scrapbooking than for card making, but I really liked this pack. It came with stickers and some chipboard shapes, as well as some sort of window cuts with creepy trees and spider webs and things like that. So I wanted to get this pack. I'm just going to use a couple of the stickers to decorate the sentiment, as well as to add some extra embellishments to the card. Now this is always a nice and easy way to make cards quickly, is by using stickers. And again, it's not something I use often, but I also distressed that sticker with some black ink because I wanted it to blend in well with the card. I added this little arrow for extra effect. And then I experimented adding some different stickers until I got a look that I liked. So at this point I just kind of added and removed stickers to see what looked good and what didn't look good, and in the end I didn't settle on much more than this itself, because the colors were just adding another color element to it, and then there was nothing matching else on the card. So I added that little bat there and that little arrow, and I was perfectly satisfied with that. I just needed to trim off the sides of that black panel I added, as well as fold the card itself. So I just used the back of my scissors for this instead of a bone folder, just because that was what was on hand. And that was the end of my card. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial here, and that stamp set is absolutely phenomenal. Look how detailed that spider is. Absolutely love it. Just a reminder that all the supplies used are linked to below in the video description or on my blog. You can click on the moving video here to see the last video for the series. You can click up above to see my supply list or my blog, and on the right you can click to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you tomorrow for day 7.